Hey everyone, I'm Rob and welcome to the test drive. Today, I'm driving the all-new, completely redesigned 2018 Toyota Camry. So the Camry has been completely redesigned for the 2018 model year, and I have to say, this is the best looking Camry that I've ever seen. It is head and shoulders above the previous generation Camry. And it's interesting because Toyota is redesigning this car every couple of years. And I mean, every one that they come out with is better and better, and they're doing, just an increasingly better job of making this a more competitive, more attractive, just better car in this extremely packed, highly competitive, mid-size car space. And I have to say, I really like the 2018 Camry. So starting with the exterior of this Camry, there are multiple trim levels available, and depending on the trim is gonna obviously affect what the exterior of the car looks like. So the one that I'm driving is an LE, and that's above the true base model L. You're gonna see a lot of LEs on the road. There's also the XLE, and there's really a lot of trims. If you look, at this car, there's many different trims available, for this 2018 Camry. But even being an LE and just being a step above the true base model, this is a very attractive car. I mean, I'm really impressed. I love the front of this Camry. It's so aggressive. I love that they blacked out parts of the front, parts of the grille. It really is an attractive front end. It is the most attractive front end ever on a Camry, and it's highly aggressive. It really looks good. I like these white headlights at night, and on the daytime running lamps, it makes it look like, a little bit more of a premium level, of the Camry, even though you're gonna see it in pretty much every Camry. Now this one sits on 17-inch rims. You can get larger rims in some of the higher end models. And then the back is also pretty good looking, but I would say that the strong suit of this Camry is in the front end. Now getting to the interior of this Camry, being an LE, this doesn't have leather seats, just has these standard cloth seats, but they are power adjustable, which is really nice. They do have the power lumbar support, so it's nice that you get some of those features where you maybe traditionally wouldn't expect them. But being that these are just standard cloth seats, they are pretty comfortable. I've driven this car on a long trip this week and really had no issues with comfort. And the steering wheel, even though it's not leather wrapped, it's also pretty comfortable. It's soft for the most part, so that's nice. I also love the feeling of this shifter. It really does feel very nice, much nicer than the previous shifter in the 2017 Toyota Camry. I'm not crazy about the climate controls in this 2018 Camry. I'm actually kind of surprised that they built them this way, because the Corolla, and that was a 2017 Corolla that I tested, that actually had a digital readout for the different climate controls. So I am surprised that, they kind of made them this way. This Camry has a lot of room. The front passenger and the driver have a lot of room, and I had a lot of room in the back seat as well. I'm 6 feet tall, and I had no problem sitting behind myself, and I sit pretty far back. This Camry also has a lot of storage compartments, and the compartments that it has are also very large, which is nice. And it has a large trunk too. Overall, the way that this Camry is spaced out is very good. Now getting to the performance of this 2018 Camry, there are two different engines available. The one that I have And really the only one that's available in the LE is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's naturally aspirated and it puts out 201 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. And I have to say that the 201 horsepower feels pretty good in this Camry. I mean, it's not terribly fast, but it's also not slow. There's also a 301 horsepower V6 available in this Camry as well. I think that would obviously be my preferred choice in this Camry, but this 4-cylinder does get up pretty quickly. You know, I've been impressed with it, and for the fuel economy that you get, you know, I think it's a very good setup in this Camry. As for being a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, I mean, it really gets up. You're gonna notice a little bit of weakness if you're at a very high speed and you're trying to maybe overtake a large truck or something, getting up to that higher speed. If you're trying to go from like 65 to 80, 85, something like that, you know, you're gonna notice it's slower, but in terms of just regular driving and getting up to speed, it really does get up quickly. But I expected it to be a lot slower, actually. This Camry also handles pretty well too. I mean, it can corner decently. You know, overall, I mean, the performance of this car, the power, the handling, you know, the ride quality, I mean, it's good. This is not an expensive car. You know, the Camry that I'm driving retails for around $24,000, and it really, for that price, you get a pretty good car. And I have to say that Toyota also really tightened up the steering in this Camry. The previous one, I drove the 2017 Camry, and this 2018 Camry just has much tighter steering, and I love that. The Camry also gets very good fuel economy. I mean, 28 miles per gallon in the city, 39 on the highway is just amazing. I mean, I am very impressed with a car this size getting that type of fuel economy. It's awesome. And that is in large part due to the 8-speed automatic transmission. And I love that Toyota put an 8-speed in this car and they did not put a CVT. Now, what's weird about it though is it does have a manual mode, but it doesn't really give you much control over the gears. You know, if you put it in, I guess, this sport/manual setting, the car is still gonna do whatever it wants. Now, the technology in this 2018 Camry is also pretty decent. You have a fairly large touchscreen. It does have a backup camera. One thing that I was very surprised about is that this does not have Apple CarPlay. So the LE, at least, that I'm driving here does not have Apple CarPlay. I really thought that it would. In 2018, most vehicles that have any type of sizable touchscreen are coming with Apple CarPlay. Nonetheless, you do get a lot of nice vehicle information on both the large touchscreen as well as in the screen in between the tachometer and the speedometer. This Camry LE also comes standard with some nice safety features. I mean, it has the proximity warning in the front if you're getting too close to another vehicle. It also has the lane departure warning system, and that will actually turn the wheel if you veer close to the line. So, you know, it's not gonna, I don't consider it a life-saving feature because it's not gonna fully take control of the car. It just kind of adjusts the wheel slightly and it'll beep at you and it'll really, you know, try and get your attention. But I did test this same system in the Corolla, And you know, I did a very detailed test of it, and it's not a life-saving system. It's a nice little assistance feature, and most of all, it's nice that it comes standard in this car. It came standard in the Corolla I tested as well. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the all-new 2018 Toyota Camry. I'm Rob, this is the test drive. Please feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the video and this car and what this competes against. And please subscribe to my channel if you would like. That does help me make more videos. And I'm also on Instagram at the Test Drive NY. Thanks again for taking this test drive with me, and I'll talk to you soon.